Good afternoon. I am really sorry that I could not be able to be with you live this afternoon. That's why we pre-recorded this short presentation about what we are doing in Luxembourg. We call our program the Luxembourg Future Skills Initiative. And I would like to thank my colleague Evita for having invited me today to do this short presentation. So, I think the context has already been explained this afternoon, so I will not come back to this. And I will switch immediately to what we are currently doing and planning to do in our country. The objective of our initiative is clearly to preserve employment. And we are doing this via three different parts. One part is about job seekers, one part is about companies and their employees, and the third part is a more theoretical part, I would say, where we try to study the evolution of jobs in different sectors. And I will briefly explain the three different parts today. So the first part of the initiative concerns the upskilling of job seekers. So job seekers are our traditional customers as a public employment service. And we launched this training program in October last year. So the program aims at newly registered job seekers, very different profiles in terms of age, in terms of qualification, and in terms of sectors where these people have worked. So the only thing that they have in common is that they are newly registered with the Public Employment Service and that they are willing to follow this program. So the program consists of online training, soft skills and digital skills during 3 months. And then we have a 6-month traineeship in the public sector. So that people can also express in concrete terms the theory that they learned in the training program. So what are the objectives of this program? First objective is very clear: to stay active during the unemployment period. So to go every day to the training and afterwards to the traineeship. So to stay really in an active mode. Second objective, very important, of course, to get a real upskilling in transversal skills. We have chosen these transversal skills because of the diversity of the candidates. And then, of course, and that's the main objective, to improve the employment perspective for our candidates. So here you see the program. So 3 months of training, first soft skills, and then more important, the digital skills part. Perhaps also one word about the format. Because of the pandemic situation, we chose a 100% online format. So it's really a mix between autonomous e-learning, but we have also some virtual classrooms where there can be a real interaction between the candidates and the trainer. This training program is provided by the training institutes of the social partners here in Luxembourg, which is also an important feature because we wanted the social partners really to be involved in this upskilling initiative. Perhaps some more details about the kind of digital skills that we give to our candidates. So here you see the main topics. You see it's a mix between theory and practice. The objective here is, of course, not that the candidates become experts of all these topics, but that they understand the basics, the mindset between all these new technologies, because we think that this understanding, this basic understanding, is really essential in all sectors and all jobs. Candidates are very diverse, so there are some that will perhaps need to work afterwards with these technologies. Others will not have to work with the technologies, but they will understand at least the basics around, and this is really important to us. Then I come to the second part of the initiative, which is upskilling and reskilling, not for job seekers, but for employees. This is a part of the program that will be launched in a couple of months. And there we will go into companies where we know that their activities will be impacted by all the recent trends, especially digitalization, automation trends. And so we know that the employees will need to be reskilled or upskilled in order to remain in their jobs, be it in that company or in another company. There we will work with external experts, which will be certified by us. And these experts will help the company in setting up a workforce planning and a training plan for their employees. We will pay the external experts, of course, but also the training fees for the employees. So why? What is the objective of this program? It's, of course, to strengthen the employment prospects of the employees. It's also to work on the prevention level and, of course, to improve the resilience of the companies. So we are currently doing one pilot project with one company to adjust the final details of this program. Then the third and the last part of our initiative is a more theoretical part, because we are dealing here with sectorial foresight studies. So there we really want to know what is changing in the different sectors, how are jobs changing, what are the new skills that are needed to do these jobs, with the aim, of course, to set up dedicated training programs and also to be able to advise our job seekers and also the employers on with data, with evidence based on data. So there, what are we doing? We are first working with our own job vacancy data. So there we are looking at the evolution of the volume of the demands. We are also looking at the possibility of matching the demand and the offer. So we see where do we find the most important gaps, or perhaps the surpluses. We are also currently exploring with text mining technologies to see how we can structure the skills requirements that we find in our job vacancies. And then we have also seen that there is a need to do a survey with our companies to be able to identify emerging occupations. Something that is important for us is that we are not doing this all alone. we are collaborating very intensely with employer associations, especially in what concerns the survey. And we are also collaborating with research institutes, especially in what concerns the analysis of data or the text mining of the vacancies. All this is, of course, aimed at being fed into a national skill strategy. Luxembourg will start an exercise together with the OECD. In order to put up a national skill strategy in the coming weeks. And so all the work that we have already done with the studies will feed into that exercise with the OECD. That was about what I wanted to tell you in this short time. As I said, I am unfortunately not with you this afternoon, but my colleague Ines, who is the manager of the Future Skills Initiative here in Adam, is live with you, and she will of course be able to answer all the questions that you may have concerning this program. I would like to thank you for your attention. I hope that this was of interest to you to see how a small country tries to cover this skills topic in a very broad way, and together with the partners. That is something that is really important, especially in small countries, not to do everything on its own, but to do it with the partners. Thank you very much, and I wish you a very nice conference this afternoon. Bye-bye.